The other day, I heard somebody talking about social media, and they said that one of the challenges of social media is the fact that we're living our real lives while watching everybody else's highlight reel. And that really impacted me because I've always tried to be authentic in the way I present myself, whether it's through social media or with my clients. And in fact, one of my mentors has said repeatedly to me, whenever I ask him, how would you approach this, or how would you like me to do this particular thing? His answer is always the same: be yourself. Be authentic. And so that got me thinking about the changes recently with a lot of people posting videos on LinkedIn and their focus on trying to be the authentic, real, actual versions of themselves. And it's been really refreshing. Michaela Alexis, as an example, has walked us through the foibles and challenges of building her brand and all that goes along with it. And that's really spoken to me and probably to a lot of you as well. So in a small way, I wanted to share how my company, PBL Strategy, got its name. Because it wasn't just something that came overnight. It wasn't just something that came in my head. It was something that we worked on and iterated and worked through. And it had to be authentic, but it didn't start that way. It started as an online resume because at the time, before I started my business, I was just looking for a job. And I looked around and I found a domain, provenbusinessleader.com. And I thought, wow, that's going to attract attention. Maybe a little braggadocious, but if people stop at that site and they look at my credentials, maybe I can get my next opportunity. And I used that successfully for several months to generate interest on LinkedIn, generate interest with potential employers, and go on interviews. And what I found after I did it for a while was I wasn't finding anything that really connected with my soul, with who I am, with my authenticity. And so after talking to some clients and having one approach me and say, hey, why don't you come work with me, I realized it was time to do what I like to do best and start my own company. And like many of you that run your own business, you don't always have time to work in the business while you're working on the business, so you got to work in the business. And so off I went to work as provenbusinessleader.com, Proven Business Leader LLC, and I started to feel uncomfortable with that. It just didn't connect with who I wanted to be and how I wanted to present my brand. And so one weekend, which is when I spend most of my time trying to work on my business, I came across PBL Strategy, and I thought that's perfect. It bridges the gap from Proven Business Leader, PBL, to PBL Strategy. It talks a little bit more about what I do, and it just landed with me in a much better way. So off I went, back to work, back working in the business, and really not paying a whole bunch of attention to it other than tweaking my website from really that original CV version to something that could speak to people about what I do. And while it's far from finished, I just had a level of comfort. But then I got to thinking, over the last few months, what if somebody asked me what PBL stands for? I really have to have an answer for that. I mean, PBL Strategy, the concept of the business is connecting business with breakthrough. But what about the PBL? I didn't want to say Proven Business Leader and make it sound braggadocious. So during a hike, which is one of the things I love to do most and the way I clear my head, in Scottsdale, Arizona, we were hiking Tom's Thumb with my family, my kids, my wife, and we started talking, and I asked them, I said, what can we use the PBL to mean? And so they started brainstorming. They were absolutely amazing with phrases and slogans and different words that could be the P, the B, and the L. And finally we came up with plan, build, lead. And that was perfect because that's what I love to do. I love to work with businesses and help them plan their future so they can connect with their breakthroughs. I like to build teams, I like to build processes, I like to leverage technology, and I absolutely love to lead people to be the best versions of themselves. So that's how PBL Strategy came to be, with all the ugly warts. And hey, stay authentic. Have a great day.